cultivating solutions. However, the success of this mission requires the unwavering support of the government, private organizations, and the general public. I urge the federal government to recognize the crucial role agriculture plays in our national development and to champion initiatives like Agrivest that are sowing the seeds of change in our farming community. Together, let us build a resilient, sustainable, and food-secure future for our nation, Nigeria, Africa, and the world at large. My name is Yul Edochie, and this is the Agrivest Reality TV Challenge. Nigeria, Africa, and the world at large. Today I come before you to emphasize the pivotal role of agriculture in our society and the urgent need for collaborative support in ensuring food security. Agriculture isn't just a sector, it's the bedrock of our sustenance. It's not just about cultivating solutions. However, the success of this mission requires the unwavering support of the government, private organizations, and the general public. I urge the federal government to recognize the crucial role agriculture plays in our national development and to champion initiatives like Agrivest that are sowing the seeds of change in our farming community. Together, let us build a resilient, sustainable, and the world at large. My name is Yul Edochie, and this is the Agrivest Reality TV Challenge.
It's in procedures. The first one, what did we say? Sourcing. Number two, after sorting, what do you do? So you break the shell. Immediately you break the shell. Somebody say degradation. Say degradation. So once you break the shell, coconuts begin to degrade. What do we mean by degrade? It begins to tend to spoil. Yes, it's actually value that you're losing in a sense, but we won't go that way because it's the process of adding value that you are breaking it. But when you are correct, it's because if you leave it at that stage and you say, let me go to the market and come, or let me go for a mugo and come, it spoils. Is that correct? Good. So, the work he's into what is going on. He's a true coconut ambassador. What's his name, sir? Ahmad. Good. All right. So you crack to get out that. That's the biological term for the meat, the crunchy substance that you eat. Aja, you know, like 25 years ago, carrots, coconuts, aya, tiger nut, and the likes, nobody uses it for food. You need that middleman who will convert raw material from DoubleTree, for example, to huge business gap that is waiting for you. You're tapping it already. You're filling in the gap already. Okay? So I'm sure you took note of that. Oils come from seeds and leaves. All right? There are two ways you get that out. You can get it from what we call fractional distillation. You can get it from what you call cold press. The third one is that you can get it from an ordinary hot press method of extraction. All right? But what I'm talking to you about is not the hot press method. It's not the fractional distillation method, but the cold press method of extracting oils from coconuts. How many of you have seen a cold pressed made? Go to price it and they tell you it's about $100,000. So when you see such, just know that a lot of technicality, skill, talent was put into it within over a long period of time to bring out maybe only one shoe. How many of you are footballers here? We know somebody. I'm not a footballer. I mean, I'm not interested in football. I know nothing about football, but I know something about. Is this 007? Is there somebody who is 007? Who is that? Ronaldo. So I heard that there's a particular car that's, hey, forgotten the car maker, but they walked up to only 3 people in the world and they told the people that we want to make a car, and it is only 3 of you who want to give the cars. Does somebody know that story? All right, so just imagine it's BMW, and they walked up to Ronaldo and 2 other guys, Emeka and 1 more person, and they say, they call your name. I said, that guy. Sorry, what's your name, sir? What's your name? Sorry? Camille. Camille walked in and said, I must be coconut ambassador. Farmers, you are? The milk, the chips, the oil, and a list of orders are all in the meats. It's making. Why? The milk that comes from coconut comes already with some oil. Okay? I'm sure by the time Hajia is done today, Double Tree is done today, your confidence level around coconut will be top notch. Yeah. We're coming there. We'll round up with VVF. I like the way you're interested in this VVF. But I've told you it's not the medical VVF. No, don't worry. There's IVF, there's VVF. Yes. You allow liquid substances to stay still, or we use the word stale for some time, a form of separation occurs naturally. It's physics, but it's a natural process. That's another smart farmer there. Pap is excellent. One of the major things in life is thinking. Critical thinking. I mean, when you go critical in your thinking, you're even doing so much. You know the basic idea of just thinking. That's is the basic he was talking about yesterday. You know, when you say critical, you are beginning to check, analyze. Before you analyze, just think. You know, I enjoyed that session yesterday. I joined you guys for a few minutes, but it's beautiful. But of course, Isaac Another is somebody I've also listened to before now. So, but why did I say so? Thinking. It was because of what you said. And I wanted to say that it's just to think that they will begin to come out. Okay? So there are two kinds of people in this world. One are those who wait and they're instructed, so they do. The other set of people are people who think and begin to do. For such people, they will move other people who sit down and wait for people to move them. They will move those people. All right? For smart farmers, no. You guys belong to people that think and you move other people. You know, in the world, everything is moving. Yeah, nobody is stable. Yeah, something must move you, or you are retrogressing. But movement is on. But I know your own is forward movement, your own is upward movement too. So that's your coconut oil. We're done, right? Oil comes up, you scoop, and that's the cold pressed coconut oil. With little or no heat. We call it with little or no heat. There are 3 words that are associated with cold pressed coconut oil. Number 1, R. There are 3 words that are associated with cold pressed coconut oil. Number 1, R. Yeah, so R is refined. Refined. The letter R, refined. Refined. We want to take out the odor, is deodorized. RBD. So when you write that, okay, if you have written it the way I normally write, RBD, refined, bleached, deodorized, you can come this way and do NON, none. NON, none. In other words, Cold pressed coconut oil or cold pressed oils are non-refined. Yes, I went this way because I'm talking to smart farmers, so you will not be confused. Okay, I'll sort it out. So it's non-refined, it's non-bleached, and it's non-deodorized. In mathematics, it is called common denominator. The common denominator for these three words is HE, and that's why I said that cold pressed oils are with little or no heat. Why did I say little? Can somebody tell me? Because in the whole process, I didn't mention fire. I didn't mention any form of energy. What's the name, sir? You're welcome. Oh, I didn't think of that one. You're excellent, excellent. But can you explain grind so that we can know what you mean by little heat? Good. Good. So, where does heat come in from? Correct. So beautiful. Do you get that? So that's little heat. I think heat is one. I think so, because those bad guys actually expected that we will all die. Okay, they truly expected so. Of course, personally, I think that we've taken a lot of anti-malarials, so it has really kept us alive when COVID came. That's my own thinking. Our immune system is also up and doing. Pepper consumption. Arabian tea. Arabian tea made waves when COVID-19 stepped in around here. So some of the things they were saying are things that we already know. We have ginger in our foods. We have garlic. We have what other hot stuff? Anything pepperish. Cloves, cranberry, cloves, excellent. Lemon. Up north, you see lunch. The Chinese man, the hotness of the tea comes over lunch. There's a reason. It helps to burn down what you're eating. So for two reasons, take as much teas as you can. Okay, what tea you take, that one concern you. All right, so how did we come here? Temperature. So that's the second reason. You told us about grinding. When metals meet, it causes heat. In fact, your hands alone, that friction brings about heat. The second reason is in this part of the world, the temperature is already set for our coconut processing work. If you were in America and you were to process, you may have to employ the and a form of heat. What do you call it? Room what? Room heaters. I don't know. They come in all forms anyway. I've never used one. So, but it's just to bring your production room to a particular level of temperature, so that the oils will come out. If you see where processing of oil is done and the oil is not out, it's very disappointing, it's very annoying. The problem is that the oil will just be looking at you there, but locked in, and then it will separate from its host and from water. Take one more point and then we move on to VVF. All we want to achieve when we process coconuts into oils, for example, not at all. But when there is a, she said, does it mean that when you apply, have you seen me before? 1 minute, just remember your question. Huh? So she asked if there is more heat, will the whole process spoil? No. A little more heat, or depending on the quantity of heat, there's a full heat you can apply. It has become a hot pressed method you're applying, which is not what we're talking about. Yes, we're just saying cold press method. That's why I introduced you to Ronaldo. I introduced you to bags and shoes belts that are handmade, and I said that those processes may be tedious, they may take, but they are more appreciated in the market than the ones that are industrially, commercially, and produced. So cold press method is little or no heat. Okay. So in fact, we can pause here to take questions. If you have any question, you can ask. Let me take yours. But then let's do the sitting. Let me do the standing. Before you ask your question, a cup from the kitchen. Don't send your younger one. Go by yourself. You're working in an office environment. Do well to keep the telephone. Farouk and Miriam, why did you go look? Thank you so much. So try and get those things part of your life. Apart from what you eat, do a lot of exercise. And the basic and best form of exercise is walking. I like that. You swim, right? I love to swim. Just learnt it. So we're still struggling in water. One of the people that will tell you about swimming and tell you again, then next tomorrow he will tell you again, is Isaac or not? Did he mention swimming yesterday? I know he will say swimming. Did he tell you about mathematics? You people didn't give him enough time. You didn't give him enough time. He was rushing, right? He's supposed to tell you about swimming, tell you about coconut, tell you about the mind, emotion, tell you about sugar cane. One day I took my product, coconut water, to him, and we started talking. By the time he put sugarcane juice and coconut water, he told me it's one of the best treatment for no. Any medical person? No, not respiratory. What's UCT? No, I must say it. Is UT what? Tract infection, UTI, correct. So, in fact, we're talking about the water, but he now told me, like, he's a pharmacist. So, it was a great one. Like 90 minutes to, and by afternoon they walk back. They've clocked, they walked some already. But we drive cars, we're on computers, we're in an office. So remote jobs, sedentary positions, it doesn't help us at all. Addictions? Did you say addictions or shawarma? All right, I love shawarma, Sha. No matter what I do, if I find let's not suffer. 3 things that the Creator gave us, and we should enjoy it while taking it: food, sleep, and sex. Anything that comes with struggle in these things, we don't want. No. So when I eat, I want to eat without stress. It's time to sleep. Sleep. Then when you want to do the other one, do it within the confines of proper. It's hashtag I love my wife. Okay, look at me. Ask your question. I think I'm ready for it. Because this one I switched into. You don't like it at all. All right. We have not finished now. We'll run out with VVF.
Okay, good day, smart farmers. My name is Surya Suleiman Abuki from Nasarawa State.
Excellent.
So I have 2 questions. My first question goes on the coconut. So coconut, when you buy it, you see the inside. Maybe the inside is black or green, and spoil now. You don't spoil. And so, sir, use it that some. If you keep them, you see the inside green or black. Okay,
so the word green or black, I'm not sure I understand. It's long. I was referring to a time between 24 and 72 hours. Our recommendation from SFK Coconut. Anything beyond that, we can't guarantee. And we can't guarantee rancidity. Can you write that down? Rancidity. rancidity. You can't guarantee rancidity. Once it exceeds 72 hours, you can't guarantee rancidity. What's rancidity? We're trying to answer the question. We're trying to answer it. Anybody? Rancid. Do you know the word rancid? All right. In plain words, once commodities are exposed to let me stay this way. So once commodities are exposed to atmospheric conditions, they tend to be to turn rancid. And what is inside? Thank you. What is inside the atmosphere? The oxygen. You must be a science student. 3 minutes. It's that change. That's the thing. If coconut water come or give it 2 days, it becomes water again. The miracles of coconuts. I can't explain that one, but that's what happens. And after 2 days, it just turns liquidy. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, you want to answer? Okay, give him the mic. Please, do you understand the green and black? I don't understand.
Yes, I do.
Okay, listen to him.
When you have tomato and pest pierce the tomato, when you harvest and keep, it's better than they say they've laid egg in tomato and it starts hashing. And when it keeps getting bad, yes, getting spoiled. Yes, yeah, it changes the taste because air is now going into it. Yes, already the air that we should go into. Yes, so now when termite or anything has pierced through it, air is going through. But you won't see it with your eyes, but air is going through. So it starts spoiling. The water will change, the meat will change color, and so on and so forth. The same thing you said about when you bring the coconut water and keep it here, you see the coconut water curdling. Yeah, it happens there.
Thank you so much. So back to your question. Correct. I mean, it's just bad. That's a
Coffee. Is it that is the leaf of this coconut that they used to make the coffee, or the leaf of the this thing they use it to do medicine or something, or it's just for planting, no use after that?
Okay. When Hajia comes, we'll ask her if she knows more about it. Has almost become a herbalist now. She has some health condition. Okay. And then that coconut shell, she boils and drinks. Except Hajia has something more to say. I'm not sure. I've never heard that there's coffee from the shell. So there's something more. We'll all learn together. But this is my first time. I've not even seen this. So this thing has been here since I've been talking. So this is also very excellent. Activated charcoal. Very good, but we can't go into the various products today. But I wish I came. She actually told me to come with these products. Well, I'm sorry we didn't. Any other question?
Yes, sir.
Before you, please, sir. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I want to ask. Coconuts were buying in the market. They are planting it. Oh, there is other coconuts that you can plant it.
Yes, these are seedlings. How many of you have seen that social media post where the dog got pregnant, gave birth after a few months, and was abusing the elephant? That see you. We got pregnant at the same time, and you are there. You've still not given birth. How many of you have seen it? So the elephant told him, "What I'm carrying, when I give birth to it, it will occupy space. It will shake the world." Okay, so what you're seeing here is seed nuts. Okay, so you know you have coconuts you bought from the market, for example, green husked. It moves from there to what we call seed nuts. Seed nuts are kept for months, and then they become seed nuts. Seed nuts are kept for months again, not less than 9 months, 9 to 12 months before they sprout and become seedlings. Seedlings are put into the ground for not less than 3 years, 4 years. What we call what? WAT, West African tolls, are usually planted for like 8-9 years before they start fruiting. That's a lot of cycles of many other commodities. Do you understand? So back to your question. This is coconut that you're eating. It's just or something else. Something else. So I'll come to it.
Okay, my name is Suleiman. It's not the coconuts, not the processing part. But I want to ask the question: how is there any local way that you extract the oil, coconut oil?
Okay, thank you for this question. That's why we always give room for questions. You bring out what was not said, because we can't say everything. What we have just done now is the basic and local and crude way of getting your oil out. In fact, you can do what I said in the kitchen. Am I correct? What I said now, there was no machine except grinding machine. Except grinding machine. And the reason why we will insist that you mill it, that you... Most of your blenders are not capable of achieving it. Of course, no. There's one blender that came out recently. There's something they call industrial blenders. Good. So it must be that. It must be that. So outside that, everything I said was crude. Your hands, knife, spoons. So this is a basic. Okay? Is our time up?
So, okay. Question one.
So let's finish the questions, then we can go for the break. Okay.
You know, the idea about this is Agrivest entertainment.
Yeah. So some people still have questions. We take it.
What we are supposed to plant today, but the way it is, I will send you a video. Yes, you do the planting and send me so that it will be on our social media platform. You will have a video, you follow the video, you'll be talking and you'll be planting and copying. Make sure you wear your branded t-shirt. There is something about planting. Don't do that. Anywhere you are coming, carry your identity. That is you. We have one small coconut.
So we can boast of 4 years for this.
Sir, the process of extracting this coconut oil, you said through fractional distillation, cold pressing, and what?
Hot press.
Hot press. Okay.
Fractional distillation.
Okay.
That's the way you make palm wine. No, you make ogogoro from palm wine. How many of you know ogogoro? Ogogoro is spirit.
Yes.
You make that from palm wine. You just can't get it. It needs a very high, intense heat to bring out that alcohol from it. Pharmacist, am I correct? You people understand fractional distillation than some of us. So that's fractional distillation, cold pressed and hot pressed methods. Is that okay? Yes, ma'am.
After grinding the coconut into paste and putting it in the sieve to separate the oil from the chaff, do the water also drop with the oil, or how do you separate the water content from the oil?
Okay, so water sits down, oil floats on top. So this is the water sits down, oil floats on top. So this is the segmentation. You have oil, you have water. Or furthermore, to talk as one who is a professional, you actually have a proteinous code that I think the creator puts on top to cover and protect the oil from any insect or whatsoever. So you unveil that. It's beautiful. What I'm saying is very fine to see. So you unveil that proteinous cover to see your oil. So you take your oil out, after which is the water. The water you use the water too, like you use pap water. That's it's actually starch. There's starch in the whole coconut broth. You will see it. But if you do one or two, it will not be visible. Maybe you are doing 800 knots per time. Now you'll not be seeing. Any other question? One, we'll take two more. One and you, that's all.
Okay, good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, Smart Farmers in the house. Good afternoon. My name is Kamila Mdrebemiskeli from Kano State.
Yo.
Sir, there is an observation that no trees, unlike in the southern.
You've all been asking very right questions, and I appreciate.
Sorry.
Is there a second? Is there a second question?
Yes, sir. And there is some coconut. When you choose some coconuts, are sweeter and tastes better than.
Right.
So even that one, like we have in mangoes and other fruits.
Good.
So does that mean we have other varieties like this in coconut?
Oh, let me start with the second. There are species to start with. Okay. So species of commodities may have different tastes. Settle. Two. Coconuts, like many other commodities, at the peak of the rainy season. Note, at the peak of the rainy season, a lot of commodities absorb water, thereby reducing the taste or sweetness of the commodity. Okay? Someone brought in beans into our house yesterday. It's still logged with a lot.
And sir, sorry, yes, sir. And
Good afternoon, smart farmers. Good afternoon, mommy. Good afternoon, Mr. Emeka. My name is Farmer Emmanuel Chima Ihezo from Imo State. It's not a question actually. It's more like a plea to mommy. When I came in, she said, you came late, farmer. She was thinking, she was waiting for you. She was waiting for me to farmers. I came from the home of farmers, and I studied agricultural economics and extension. I'm an agric person. I'm an agronomist too. My dad is an agronomist, so we are from the home of farmers. So yesterday when you left, I sat down. I don't know who saw me. Yeah, Miss Kelly. I saw that I was going through this, and Now I saw where you mentioned huts for soy, something. Now, but okay, we call it in agriculture. We call it cocoa pits. So we use it for. He mentioned about nursery, growing your seed from nursery, but not. It goes above growing your seed from nursery. We do what we call soilless farming, where we use a coconut huts, rice bran, rice huts, maize chaff, and other things where we mix together sugar cane. But after burning it, we mix everything together to do soilless. Instead of using soil, sand, so soil farming. And now, the reason why I said I want to be among your ambassador is I'm from Imo State, and you know Igbos, we love money, we love business, and we have space. I want to be among, so that I can get the knowledge, but knowledge is not waste. From the mindset, at least I opened my mind just yesterday, from the mindset class, so you open my mind. So I want to be, so I can come to you. Mommy, you give me good species, I'll go back, meet my people, and still come back to you again in return for the value that the seedling has created. Among the ambassador. Yes, so.
Like me, mommy, I don't know anything about coconuts, and now I'm ambassador. This one, you see now, everybody here, the people that came late, when I know be, so what I can say is, from my sorry. My man wants to be ambassador. Kade, you know, I want to be. This guy wants to be ambassador. Yeah. Because of his. Yes, ma'am.
He's an ambassador.
Check, check.
One, two.
Thank you, Mr. Emeka.
Even if around no, play, there's a music. Yes, Moringa. Kenya. Kenya. Okay, Zobo, Hibiscus, still Kenya. But that one has economical value. Yes. We don't live in Nigeria.
Are you ready for the coconut revolution in Nigeria? Powered Right. Are you ready for the that has economic potential, enormous health benefits, and it is very, very important to transform the economy of any nation. What I'm holding here is called the hybrid coconut. Are you ready for the coconut revolution in Nigeria? Powered by Double Tree House. That God has given to humanity enormous health benefits, and it is very, very important to transform the economy of any nation. What I'm holding here is called the high-dose coconut.
Okay, so thank you, Doubletree Coconut Investment Hub. You guys settle down, settle down. Settle down. Guys, guys, guys. Settle down. Settle down. Settle down. Settle down, guys. Okay. Okay, so it's been a long day. You all will agree with me, right? It's been a long day. Mercy. Thank you. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and get ourselves something to eat. We have another class. But no, what do? Do we go and make the go and do the planting before we eat, or do we go eat before we plant? Let's do the planting, right? Okay, that's good.